Okay, this week I'm going to give you a little update on some of Tina's gardens. This is her little raised bed garden down through here. This end of it she keeps mostly for herbs, although we do mix in a few other things. We have some kale grown in here, a little bit of okra, and a few zucchinis. But basically we've got chives. This is a catnip because she likes cats. We got some parsley, some cilantro. She loves the cilantro. We use a lot of dill, and the dill, we actually don't plant the dill every year. It reseeds itself, so there's always volunteers coming up. Once you get a patch of dill going, you should never have to replant it if you let it reseed. This kind of amazed me this year. This is a rosemary from last year. It wintered over, and a lot of times it doesn't, but it's the nicest rosemary I've seen for a long time on its second year. We always plant curly parsley, because curly parsley lives for 3 years, where Italian parsley normally is just a 1-year thing. Now this will be this parsley's last year because it's went into bloom. Once it blooms, it'll be on its last year. So it'll be, but we do have a new one started for next year, this year, next year. We have a big old oregano in here. And then she loves candy onions. So we've got some candy onions planted in here, and they're coming along real nice. This bed here is got the best dirt in it. You don't even need a tiller. You can work this bed. You can see she's done a good job keeping most of the weeds out. She's been retired now, so she has more time to be out here weeding her garden. This little group right here is just a little row of beets. We basically aren't going to pickle or can beets like we used to, but we'll use them fresh and baked through the summer. So we put in just a short row. Now I just planted another row of beets right here for later. And when we plant our beets, just basically cover them over real lightly. Beets are one of the harder seeds to germinate. We learned to germinate a beet, we cover it with a board. And then when you water it, the board holds the moisture. It won't dry out. And then every couple of days we'll just pick it up and look to see if they're germinating. Once they're germinating, you can take the board away. But that's the best way to germinate a tough seed like a beet. Sometimes we'll even do it with beans and stuff. The row back there needs to be thinned out. We have cucumbers. They're getting ready to climb the fence, but there's too many in there. I sowed them pretty thick, and we'll take out every other one, get them started up the fence. The zucchinis here are just blooming. Hopefully it won't be too long we'll be eating zucchinis. A nice little group of celery in the back there. We love to cook with homegrown celery. This was some new dirt in here this year, and we've been adding some calcium to it, eggshells and powdered milk. Some of the leaves on the peppers are a little curled. They're producing peppers, they're looking good, but we feel it's a calcium deficiency. We got one cherry tomato grown in here. This today we're going to eat our last kohlrabi from our first planting. So after this, we got to wait another week or so. You'll see they're making kohlrabis on our next crop of kohlrabis. We eat a lot of kohlrabis. We dice them up, put them in a salad, put salad dressing on them. And through the summer, that's one of our main salads. So we'll try to get you up to a couple other beds of Tina's over the next couple of days and show you how her gardening's going this year.